Most men wake up every day and wonder why nothing changes. Welcome back to The Forge. If you're new here, this is forged by Stoicism. You wake up with no plan. You check your phone before your feet hit the floor. You drift through your morning reacting to whatever grabs your attention. You tell yourself today will be different, but by noon, you're already behind. By evening, you're numb, scrolling, avoiding, promising yourself tomorrow will be better, but tomorrow looks exactly like today, and the day after that, and the day after that. Most men live like this for years. They feel stuck because they are stuck, not because life is hard, not because they lack talent or opportunity. They're stuck because they have no structure, no standards, no line in the sand that says, this is who I am, and this is what I do no matter what. In this training, we're going to walk through the one Stoic weapon that breaks you out of that quicksand. Daily non-negotiables. If you stay with this, you'll see a simple way to stop drifting and start building momentum that actually lasts. Let's make this real. Picture a man who wakes up whenever his body decides. Some days it's 6, some days it's 8:30. He tells himself he'll get up early tomorrow, but there's no consequence when he doesn't. So he doesn't. His mornings are chaos. He's reacting, not leading. He checks his phone in bed. Emails, messages, other people's problems. His mind is hijacked before he even stands up. By the time he gets to work, he's already tired. Not from effort, from mental noise. Now picture his evenings. He finishes work and tells himself he'll read, or train, or work on that project. But he doesn't. He scrolls. He watches. He numbs out. He stays up too late because there's no hard line that says, screens off, mind on. He falls asleep with his phone in his hand. He wakes up groggy, and the cycle starts again. Here's what most men don't see. Every time you break a promise to yourself, you train yourself not to trust your own word. Every time you say you'll do something and then don't, you become a man who can't rely on himself. And when you can't rely on yourself, you feel weak, stuck, like you're living someone else's life. If you keep moving like this, here's where it leads. You'll be 40, 50, 60, wondering why you never became the man you said you would. Not because you didn't have time, because you didn't have standards. Now let's talk about the ancient answer to this modern trap. The Stoics didn't just think about philosophy. They lived it. Marcus Aurelius was the emperor of Rome, and every morning he woke up and reminded himself, at dawn, when you have trouble getting out of bed, tell yourself, I have to go to work as a human being. He didn't negotiate with his mood. He didn't wait to feel motivated. He had non-negotiables, standards he obeyed no matter what. Seneca said this, if you do not have a consistent plan of life, you cannot have a consistent life. Most men don't have a plan. They have wishes. They have good intentions. But intentions without structure are just noise. Epictetus, who was a slave before he became one of the greatest Stoic teachers, put it even sharper. First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do. You decide who you are. Then you build the daily habits that prove it. Here's the framework. 5 daily non-negotiables that will pull you out of the quicksand and put you back in command of your own life. Non-negotiable 1. Rise at the same time every single day, not when you feel like it, not when your body wants to, at the exact same time. No exceptions, no negotiations. This is the first decision of your day, and it sets the tone for every decision after it. When you wake up at the same time, you take back control. You stop being a passenger in your own life. You become the commander. Imagine this. Tomorrow morning, your alarm goes off at 5:30. Your body says stay in bed. Your mind says you're tired. You get up anyway. You don't think about it. You don't debate it. You just move. That single act of obedience to your standard, not your mood, changes everything. It tells your brain, we don't negotiate anymore. We obey. Here's your drill. Pick your wake-up time right now. Write it down. Set your alarm. Tomorrow morning, when it goes off, count backwards from 5 and stand up. No snooze, no second alarm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, feet on the floor. Do this for 7 days straight and you'll feel a shift in your spine. You're in a command. I rise when I say I rise. My word is law. Non-negotiable. 2. No phone after 9 p.m. Screens out, mind in. Most men are plugged into their devices until the moment they pass out. They wonder why they can't sleep, why their minds are loud, why they wake up already anxious. It's because they never gave their brain permission to shut down. You need a hard cutoff. After 9, no scrolling, no emails, no videos, no checking. You reclaim your evening, you reclaim your mind. Imagine this, it's 9 p.m. You feel the pull to check your phone. Just one quick look. You don't. You put it in another room. You sit with the silence. At first it's uncomfortable. That's the point. You're detoxing from the dopamine drip. After a few nights, you'll notice something. Your sleep gets deeper. Your mornings get sharper. Your mind gets quieter. Here's your drill. Tonight at 9 p.m., put your phone on airplane mode and leave it outside your bedroom. If you use it as an alarm, buy a $10 alarm clock. Replace the habit. Read for 20 minutes instead, or sit in silence. Let your brain process the day. You're in a command. I control my attention. My attention does not control me. Non-negotiable. 3. 1 hour of focused work before you check email or messages. Most men start their day in reaction mode. They open their inbox and spend the first 2 hours of their day solving other people's problems. By the time they get to their own work, their energy is gone. Their focus is scattered. They feel busy, but they're not building anything. The Stoics called this living according to externals. You're letting the outside world set your agenda. A forged man works from the inside out. He decides what matters most, and he does that first, before the noise, before the distractions, before anyone else gets a vote. Imagine this. You wake up, you don't check your phone. You sit down and work on the one thing that actually moves your life forward. Maybe it's your business, maybe it's your training, maybe it's learning a skill. You give it 1 full hour of undivided attention. No tabs open, no notifications, just you and the work. By the time you check your email, you've already won the day. Here's your drill. Tomorrow morning, identify your one most important task. The thing that, if you did nothing else, would make the day a success. Do that task first, before coffee, before email, before anything else. Protect that hour like your life depends on it. Because it does. You're in a command. I build my life first. Everything else is secondary. Non-negotiable. 4. End every day with written reflection. 5 minutes, 3 questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What will I do differently tomorrow? Most men never look back. They just keep moving. They make the same mistakes on repeat because they never stop to learn from them. Reflection is how you turn experience into wisdom. Marcus Aurelius did this every single night. He wrote to himself, not for anyone else, for his own clarity, for his own growth. He asked himself hard questions. He held himself accountable. That's why his private journal became one of the most powerful books ever written, because he was serious about becoming better. Imagine this. It's the end of your day. You sit down with a notebook. You write 3 sentences. One thing you're proud of. One thing you could have done better. One adjustment for tomorrow. It takes 5 minutes. But those 5 minutes compound. After a month, you'll see patterns. After a year, you'll see transformation. Here's your drill. Tonight, before bed, grab a notebook and answer those 3 questions. Keep it simple. Keep it honest. Do this every night for 30 days and you'll stop making the same mistakes over and over. Your inner command. I learn from every day. I grow from every failure. Non-negotiable. 5. Speak only when you have something worth saying. Listen twice as much as you talk. Most men talk to fill space, to prove they're smart, to get approval, to avoid silence. They interrupt, they dominate, they don't actually listen. And because of that, they miss everything. They miss what people are really saying. They miss opportunities. They miss wisdom. The Stoics knew that silence is power. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." When you talk less, you think more, you observe more. You become the man in the room who doesn't need to perform. You become solid. Imagine this. You're in a meeting. Someone says something you disagree with. Your instinct is to jump in and correct them. You don't. You wait. You listen to the full thought. You ask a question instead of making a statement. Suddenly, you're not fighting, you're learning, and people start to respect your words because you don't waste them. Here's your drill. For the next 24 hours, practice the 2-second rule. Before you speak, pause for 2 full seconds. Ask yourself, is this necessary? Is this true? Is this kind? If the answer is no to any of those, stay quiet. Watch what happens. Your inner command. My words carry weight because I don't waste them. Let's bring this home. Here's the difference between the man who stays stuck and the man who becomes unstoppable. The stuck man wakes up whenever. He reacts all day. He scrolls all night. He has no structure, no standards, no proof that he can trust himself. He feels weak because he is weak, not in body, in discipline. The forged man wakes at the same time every day. He works on what matters first. He protects his mind from the noise. He reflects and learns. He speaks with intention. He has 5 non-negotiables that he obeys no matter what. And because of that, he builds momentum. He builds trust in himself. He stops feeling stuck because he's no longer stuck. He's moving. Here's the framework one more time. Rise at the same time. No phone after 9. 1 hour of deep work first. Daily reflection. Speak less. Listen more. 5 rules. Non-negotiable. Not because they're complicated, because they're simple, and simple, done every day, becomes unstoppable. Here's your challenge for the next 24 hours. Pick one of these 5 non-negotiables, just one. Commit to it for tomorrow. If you pick wake-up time, set your alarm and obey it. If you pick phone discipline, put it away at 9 tonight. If you pick deep work, block your first hour tomorrow. Don't try to do all 5 at once. Master 1. Prove to yourself that you can keep your word, then add the next one. If you want more training like this to forge a solid mind, subscribe to Forged by Stoicism and stay in this work. This is how you stop drifting. This is how you start building. One non-negotiable at a time.